let's talk about Columbus Short. Like, I'm just saying, I know she was on Monique was just on Maddie's show, on T.S. Madison's show. And I did not catch the whole interview, but I have seen clips. And, you know, shout out to Maddie. You know, I know Teeth has been talking about the show for weeks now. I have to check it out. But Monique, why are we still talking about it? What we gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like we've been talking about it, and we've been this is not new news, and they were talking about it today like it was new. Like, we talked about that shit in 2018. Like, the beginning of 2018, I believe, or the beginning of 2019. I can't remember which one. But that was a huge story. I remember because I covered it. It happened already. And I understand that she gave an interview and you can ask her questions, but why is everybody blowing it up like it's new news is what I'm saying. Oh, thank you. So let's talk about Columbus. Because I really didn't want to talk about Monique. Because, like, at the end of the day, like, I get it, sis. They fucked over you. You know what I'm saying? And listen, y'all know I was one of the main ones that had her back when that shit came out, because I felt like that shit was absolutely true. Like, that shit sounded exactly like some shit that people would do. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you know. But at the same time, it's just kind of like, why are we still talking about it? Hasn't it been resolved? Like, what's the issue? It is what it is. Anyway, Columbus Short. Columbus Short threatens a media outlet. Of course, it was TMZ and Harvey Leventhal, or whatever the fuck little short white man's name is. After Columbus Short warned his followers that whatever they were about to read about him was false, according to the Scandal Star, he was informed that a certain media outlet was about to make some serious allegations against him. In a now deleted Instagram post, he said, "I just got word that TMZ is about to drop a story tomorrow talking about I've got charges dropped on me for domestic violence and second, child abuse." What? The devil is a liar. Okay, he continued. "So I'm just putting this word out early because I'm a preemptively strike because I ain't playing these games this time. I laid down the last time. I ain't laying down no more. Harvey, if you want smoke, bring it on. Stop playing with me. Okay? Stop playing with me." Okay? That's what he said. On February 16th, news broke that Columbus was charged with 2 misdemeanors for domestic violence. I talked to y'all about that. Reports claim that he'd been arrested earlier this month for a dispute with his wife that turned physical. That's what I talked to y'all about. The alleged altercation reportedly occurred in front of a child, leading to a child endangerment charge. Yeah, don't say child abuse. And he explained that he took a phone, snatched something, scratched her hand, the police showed up and arrested him. I think he lying, because why you call the police if you know how they be? This is not the first time that y'all have gotten into a domestic dispute. If y'all be fighting like that, why are you still dealing with this woman in a way that this is something that can happen? Get you a go-between. Meet in a fucking McDonald's parking lot where they got cameras and shit. Columbus, you another one. I love Columbus as an actor, y'all. But there is something to be said about where there is smoke, there is fire. You have been accused of hitting on women several times. I don't think it's the child abuse the way they're making it seem, child endangerment, because something took place in front of the child, but not that he did something to the child, which is different. It is different, okay? A source told an outlet that Columbus, who once starred in films like Stomp the Yard and This Christmas, has battled drug addiction in the past. No shit. The outlet claimed that when they reached out to him, Columbus chose not to comment on the matter. I mean, I guess he said whatever the fuck he had to say at this point, but I think he lying. I feel like I feel Bonita, was you commenting this before I said what I said, or did you hear what I said, or did you not hear what I said? I'm just asking. Because I said I know that they asked that. I'm asking, why is the media blowing it up like it's new news? Is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I understand we're interviewing Monique, so we're asking her about the black ball again. Monique also is still talking to the camera, and expounding upon this situation as if it is still happening versus it's over. You know what I'm saying? Because then she said she loved Lee Daniels and all of that. I didn't listen to, all of it. And that's why I'm not really talking about it. That's why I don't have a picture. I'm not really talking about Monique. But I'm just trying to understand why we keep talking about it like it's new news is what I'm saying. I feel like, they did that with something else. Something else happened and it was old news. And they was like talking about it again as if we didn't know or something. I can't remember what it was, but I feel like they do that ever so often on the blogs and shit where they pick something up with such fever as if we've never heard this shit before. You know what I'm saying? I definitely understand, I understand Monique answering questions about it. But the way she's still talking about it, y'all, she's still talking about it with the intensity of it just happening. Okay? Which means she hasn't healed from it yet. And I wish she would, because then the tone of how she talks about it would be different. You know what I'm saying? Because Tyler recently asked her to apologize to him and Oprah. Again? He asked her to apologize again? I know her lawsuit against Netflix is ongoing, but there hasn't been any new information about the lawsuit since they said she had gotten something. She had won some, small battle, but we haven't heard any real news about that lawsuit since. Still, y'all, not new news. That's all, y'all. Not new news. So he asked her to apologize again. Child. I'm on Monique's side. Don't get me wrong. I'm thinking of what to say. Because here's the thing. Why is Tyler Perry asking for an apology? If a nigga blackballed me, I ain't got nothing else to say to you. What we talking for? That's what I'm saying. What's she apologizing for? Like, you don't have to tell us that the heroes is the villains. Like, you don't have to tell us. It is becoming more and more obvious every day that a lot of the heroes are the villains. And I'm going to just leave it at that. Because something makes me feel like there's a point for what she's doing, and I don't see it because there's something else going on that we don't know. Because it's reiterating the same shit. Why are we still talking to Tyler? Why are we still trying to have conversations with Tyler? If he ain't coming correct, then we ain't got nothing to talk about. Like, but I understand speaking your piece, because I'm always speak mine. So I understand. But it's just something about it that I'm just starting to feel like, but what are we trying to accomplish? And y'all know, I'm sorry, but Monique and her husband, she can say what the fuck she want to, but that nigga is strange. The way she talks about him is strange. And it shows that something was missing from the very beginning in order for you to now be conditioned by a grown-ass man to look at him as both father figure and husband and act as if that is healthy. And that is what is problematic to me about Monique. And no matter how many times I hear her talk, she still expresses herself in this same male identified, he's my daddy, they wanted me to throw him away type of way. When honestly, something tells me that nigga he may not be kin doing her, but the way he handled business. So the nigga could be telling you all of the good shit, but could be hard to deal with. And let me tell you something. Nobody likes dealing with your nigga that came out of nowhere when you're the one that's the star. Who has your husband managed before you decide to marry his ass? It absolutely felt like a Kendu Mary J. Blige situation with the two of them. And she sometimes talks about him in a way that sounds brainwashed. So I just sometimes wonder, even though you got all of this, I'm being honest and I love us for real. And I'm with you on that. I'm with you on them fucking over you and all of that. But something about it just don't sit right with me, Monique. I'm just saying. Yeah, this nigga needs to stop. This nigga lying. This nigga be putting his hands on them people. Them people need to stop fucking with him. He needs to go to rehab. This is sad, but you gonna keep putting yourself in these situations, or you gonna keep putting yourself in these situations, Columbus? I mean, it's really on you at this point.